You also must release yourself from anything that is weighing you down. You can't soar like an eagle if you're unhealthy. I don't see any obese eagles dominating the sky. Your health is probably the most important part of your life. Certainly one of the most important factors in living a great life. See, having energy for life starts in your physical body. It's much easier to get your mind right when your body is right. Build a strong body and your mind will follow. You can't soar like an eagle with the mindset of a turkey. If you don't believe you can fly, you will never fly. If you don't believe you are capable of soaring to the top of your own mountain peak in life, you will never try and therefore never succeed. If your mind is full of negativity, you will never see the positive. If your mind is full of limitations, it is closed off to opportunities and possibilities that might be right in front of your face. So in order for you to soar like that eagle, you need to get your blinkers on. You must focus. The eagle can focus and lock in on its prey from miles away. You must focus on your goal and lock it in from wherever you are. Eliminate the idea of defeat. Lock in your goal. Determine what it's going to take to get there and take off. Just go. Go get that goal. Don't stop until you have it in your grasp. Next, you must fill your mind and body with only things that will take you closer to your goals. If you're surrounded by turkeys, it's time to limit that interaction and get around the dream chasers, those that want to soar, those that want to lead, those that are prepared to face the storm and thrive despite the storm. If you have weights tied to your legs, if you have things that are weighing you down in life and preventing you from taking off, it's now time to release those shackles. Set yourself free so you can fly. It might not be easy to get those shackles off. It might be painful. It might leave a scar, but you must do what is best for you. You cannot be in prison for your entire life. You were born to fly, to dominate, to make your own decisions, to walk your own path, to do it on your watch.
You were born to be in control of your life. You were born to dominate. You must follow your own path.
Right. Good evening, everybody. I hope you guys are doing well, and welcome to this call tonight. I hope you guys are having a good time and you're having a great week, and everything is going well in your life right now. So I just want to welcome everybody onto this call. And tonight, guys, we're going to have a great time. We're going to have some fun. I've got one of the leaders in our organization who's doing so well in this business, and she's got some special nuggets to actually share with us tonight. So I just hope each one of us, you're keeping yourselves safe wherever you are. Please, this pandemic is something that's real, and it has affected so many people's lives. Please do not take it for granted. Protect yourself, take all the necessary measures and all the necessary precautions you really need to take. This is the time where now you have to take all the advice that you're being given by all the necessary professionals and all the people that are around you. Wherever you are, please follow and abide by the rules of whatever country or environment that you are in. So I just want to welcome everybody. I can see that people from all over the world, different places, different countries, different locations. And thank you so much for taking your time. And we truly, truly appreciate your presence here. So ladies and gentlemen, tonight I've got a special lady. This lady, she has been part of our concept now for almost for 6 months. And she has risen through so many ranks right now. She's a managing director for a very big organization in her country, and she's a mother. She's somebody whom I've seen go through a whole lot of adversity, growing herself, and she has managed to overcome all these challenges that she has gone through. And she has built up now a very big team and a very big organization. Just recently, she has reached the rank of marketing director in our organization, which is something many people die to have and many people fight to have to reach this particular level. But she has managed to do this only in 6 months. She's actually an MBA graduate. So she's somebody who is well educated as well, and she's doing this business. I hope you can hear me loud and clear right now. Please, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Marketing Director Vivian Osigweh. Can you hear
Thank
me
you
loud?
very much, boss. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Fantastic.
Brilliant. So quick one, Vivian. Just tell us, who is really Vivian?
Thank you very much, bossman. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, fellow Eagles and team members. Thank you very much, boss. I don't even know how to start this. Boss, I'm very grateful for the opportunity. Guys, I want you to know that, our coach here is somebody that I hold at very high esteem, regional marketing director. He's somebody I respect personally, and amongst the team, you know that you're well respected, sir. So thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity. Vivian Osigweh is a mother of 3. She has an engineering background. I'm actually a graduate of metallurgy and material engineering, 36, and I'm from Cross River State. And I am also the managing director of Experiential Edge. Experiential Edge is a below-the-line integrated marketing communications agency that works on behalf of various multinationals, both here in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. So, and I am a proud member of World Ventures. So that's Vivian in the nutshell.
Okay, brilliant. Tell me, you being somebody so successful right now and leading such a big organization, what made you become part of this organization?
Okay, so yes, true. I am currently leading a big organization, but why I joined you guys, why I joined World Ventures was because I saw something bigger that I have ever seen in my life. I have known of a lot of travel clubs, but I have never seen one this big, and I have never seen one this deep, and one this interested in personal development. I looked at the company, and then everything they talked about was how to make me grow, how to make me better, how to make, it's so team focused, it's so members focused, and I saw an organization that would make me, go to my next level. So I saw an opportunity for time freedom, and then I saw an opportunity for financial freedom. Most importantly, time freedom, because I was in the phase of my life where striking a balance between, work-life balance for me, I was thinking, what's next, what's next, what's next? But I looked at this and I'm like, if I go into this, in a very short time, I can have time, to leave. I can exit my current business, get somebody else to head it, and then focus on spending time with my kids, my family, things that really matter to me, and still have the opportunity to earn, right? So that's why I joined World Ventures.
You have spoken something that when you talk about time freedom as well, and you are so busy being a leader of an organization as well, and also being a mother, being a wife, that means you are now putting more time and also doing this business. That means it's taking out a lot of your time And how do you manage? How do you cope with all this pressure now coming to you? And what advice do you have for other mothers as well, or other ladies as well, to say, hang on, because it's taking time from you, but they're saying you're building financial freedom?
Yeah. So, I mean, when I talk about time freedom, I'm not talking about time freedom like now. So, when you're joining an organization, you need to have a vision. You need to have plans for yourself to say, 5 years from now, if I don't wake up and come to experiential edge, what's going to happen to me? So before I joined World Ventures, it was I have to come to experiential edge or there'll be no food on my table. But now I'm looking at myself and I'm like, 5 years from now, I'm probably like going to be like a double IMD, and I'd have made so much money than I make in experiential edge. So I wouldn't have to come to experiential edge. Now I have to come to experiential edge. But with how fast I have grown here and how much money I've made here, I am no more tensed. My life is now balanced. I now see that I don't have to solely depend on an experiential edge financially to be able to make it. So, I mean, 2 years down the line, not even 5 years down the line, 2 years down the line, I'm probably not going to be sitting down here and I'll be making equal, if not much more that I'm making from this business. So when I talk about time freedom, it's about having a vision. So 5 years down the line, 2 years down the line, if you're not doing what you're currently doing outside your World Ventures business, would you be able to survive? Or must you go to work every day to be able to feed your family or to be able to get the best life for your kids and all? So for me, 2 years down the line, not even 5 years down the line, I'm going to be sitting on the beachfront sipping pina colada. So that is what I have in mind. And so if I have to put in the work now, the extra effort now, so 2 years down the line, I can sit in that beachfront and then watch my alert do bagang. I'm ready to put in the work.
Brilliant.
So I'd rather 2 years work than put a lifetime work on experiential edge.
That's amazing. And just tell us, how did you get started yourself? How were you brought into this organization?
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, that's an interesting one. So at the time, I was running a sales campaign for Honeywell, and we were on the field. Like, I literally wasn't coming to the office. It was just a face cap, sunglasses, jean shirt. We're going around town. I was checking that my teams were selling and all that. And I was telling them that we need to shut down the project. We need to close the project before Christmas Day, because I had promised my kids that I was going to take them on a trip to Ghana. They have never been to Ghana before. So I promised them that I was going to take them on a trip, the Christmas to Ghana. So I kept telling my clients at the time that, see, Mr. Bode, we need to close this project though. This one that we're already entering 1st of December, we've not closed the project. And I said, where am I rushing to? I said, my kids, they don't used to promise my children something. Once you promise them something, you won't sleep. That whatever it is, we need to make that trip. And then he said to me, hey, madam, I know you like to travel. I would like you to join our club. You can go on a 5-star vacation with a 2-star budget. And I'm like, are you serious, Mr. Body? 5-star vacation, 2-star budget. He said, madam, trust me, I know you like life. I say 5-star vacation and a 2-star budget. And I said, you know what, sign me up. He said, we have 3 categories. At the time, I didn't remember gold, platinum, titanium. He just said he had 3 categories. There were 3 categories of membership. So I said, don't give me the lowest one. Don't give me the highest one. Just give me the middle one. And he told me how much I should send. I sent the money on the phone and I got registered. I didn't know anything after that. We shut down for Christmas. I took my kids. We traveled to Ghana. We resumed back, and that was the first time in January. I think January 14th or January 19th was the first time I had an opportunity to watch the presentation and know everything the club was about. So yeah, I joined on the phone.
Okay, brilliant. That's an amazing. Very few people now. I think it's more of you trusting the person who invited you than anything else. Because many people now, even if you give them all the information, they still don't get it. And then from there, I saw you moved quickly from when you joined, you qualified, you became a senior rep and then a director. Can you take us through that journey?
Yes, so the very first time I watched the video, my boss, my mentor, MD Osigweh was in the country all the way from Cape Town. And I met her for the first time, and she was presenting at my office at my conference room. And I joined the presentation, and she said a lot of things that got to me. And after the presentation, I raised up my hand. She said, "Oh, Vivian, you're already a member." And I said, "Ma, I am going all in." And at the time, she showed us the giveaway card. She showed us the welcome banner. And I asked her, "Please, can I have one? You should be here welcome banner." And she said to me, "Vivian, go get your 4 and I will give you a welcome banner." And I think this was a Tuesday. And I think I called her on a Friday and said, "Ma, I've gotten my 4. Please, can I have that banner?" So that's how I became, that's how I became a business rep. And she said, "Fantastic, Vivian. I will not only give you 1, I will give you 2. 1 for your mom and 1 for you." And that was my first lesson in the business, not to hand out anything to my team. And then afterwards, she said, "Vivian, these trainings are happening and you need to take it very, very serious." I mean, we had a boot camp in Cape Town that was coming up the next month. I had become a business rep in January 19th, and the next month was boot camp. And she said to me, "You have to find a way." That was already like end of the month, and all. She was like, "You need to find a way to be a part of this training." I'm like, "Is he allowed? I'm a new member. I'm just getting started." She said, "Of course, he's allowed, you know." So I had started my visa application process and all. And for some weird reasons, Maureen and I, we never got the SMS. And even Funke, we never got the SMS to come to the VFS office to pick up our visa until a day before the training. And I said, "You know what, I've given up. We've not gotten the SMS." And she said, "Vivian, that's very strange. Find your way to the visa office. By now, South African visa don't take this long. Maximum 2 weeks, it should have been out." So I packed my bags. She said, "When you are going to the airport, pack your bags. Pack your bags." That's what she said. And to be honest, I didn't even process it. Because at the time, I mean, aside the fact that I'm a spy police officer, I also come from a military background. And when your generals or your mentor or your coach or your boss says go, you go. You don't wait to question, or you don't wait to wrap your head around it or make sense of it. So you know what? I packed my bags. I told my husband, "I have to do this. I'm going. If we get this visa, if I get this visa, I'll see you in 5 days. I'm very sorry, but please, you need to trust me on this one." And he's like, "You don't even look like I can stop you anyway. Best of luck." So we went to the VFS office. I went in. Maureen went in, and guess what? Our visa had been ready like 5 days or 7 days before. And they said they thought they sent us an SMS. And this was at about 4. And I called her and I started crying. And she's like, "Why are you crying? You got your visa, so why are you crying?" I said, "Ma, it's 4. I'd already booked a cheap flight on our Dream Trips app. That was like 142,000 naira. And if I'm walking now to the airport, I'm going to be paying times 3 the amount." She said, "Vivian, I trust you will make the right decision. You need to be here." And before that time, she said to me, "Vivian, if you're coming here as a senior rep. There's going to be a 1-day meeting for senior reps and above before the main day of the momentum, and you have to be in that meeting." And I'm like, "Ma'am," she said, "I've checked your numbers. You need 6 platinum. You need, you know the way she talks. You need 6 platinum. You need this. I think she said 6 platinum. Yes, 6 platinum to be senior rep. I trust you will get it done." So on my way to the airport, I was closing out on some of my friends. They were giving me their details. I couldn't register them because I was a bit fidgety. I rushed to the airport and I called my upline. God bless Thelma. Thelma, God bless you. I called her. I said, "Thelma, look at what's happening. By the time I'm landing in Cape Town, I must be a senior. Please, can you help me with these registrations?" I gave her all the details, in fact, in the process of all the fidgety, I made a mistake. I sent money to a wrong account, I think over 500K or 200K or something. send money to the wrong account. She said, call your account officer. We'll sort it out. We'll sort it out. Don't worry. I'll help you with the sign-ups. You go. I was on the queue. I checked the ticket. It was like ×3 the price. Ha! I called Madam Ziggy again. I said, boss lady, the price to get this ticket is like ×3. She said, Vivian, I trust you'll make the right decision. I said, okay, boss. And the next time I called her, I was already checking in. Of course, I called my husband. I called everybody. I called Thelma. I was already checking in. I bought the ticket, spending almost 400, everything was like almost $500,000. And I got on the plane. I called Thelma before I switched off my phone. I said, Thelma, I am counting on you. Please do this registration. By the time I land in Cape Town, please, I have to be a senior rep. I had a price. So if I became senior rep, by the time I got to Cape Town, I was going to get free accommodation in her place. So, I mean, everything mattered to me. I didn't want to let her down and all. By the time I got to Cape Town, Thelma helped out, but by the time the system hadn't really populated, and eventually I didn't go in for that presentation, but she said it was fine. So I just stayed outside and held everybody's bag. And that's how I got to my very first training in Cape Town, right?
And I mean, I know you left a baby who's how many months old, by the way, when you attended training?
He was 10 months old.
10 months old, and what is this training? Because after the training, that's when things change for you.
Yeah.
How was your experience? You, somebody with an MBA, how was your experience at this training?
So, so first thing I'll say is, the first thing that happened to me was Ziggy. Ziggy happened to me. The second thing that the training did was momentum, like the name states, actually gave me momentum. From that training, the momentum and the speed that I got, I mean, there's been no turning back for me. It was an experience I have never, ever had before in my life. Like, we sit down for the training at 8:30, it is 6 o'clock and they are chasing us to go home. The training was mind-blowing. I mean, I sat down and I was crying. I said to myself, I saw a lot of people going up stage, people that couldn't even speak English, people that had turned director, they had translators and all that on the stage. And I said, Viviana, you went to school, you have an MBA. Look at these people that are directors. They can't even speak English. You know, I said to myself, why be an onlooker? And I remember after day one, I mean, I told you, boss, this stage, I have to climb this stage by the next boot camp. And you said, no, you're not climbing the stage once. By the next boot camp, you're climbing the stage 2 times. And I'm like, wow, what a huge faith that you have in me. I mean, the training was something else. The training helped in my personal development. The training helps you know how to become more effective. The training was asking you about your long-term vision, your long-term plan, what you want for yourself. And above all, I heard for myself, I mean, real life experiences of leaders, women who have kids. I saw judges who were IMD, serving judges, who told us their experience of how they became, some even how they borrowed money to join the club, how they had this I'm too cool syndrome they didn't want to talk about. I mean, real life scenario that you can relate to. This is not, it wasn't like acting or something. I saw an IMD crying on stage. I mean, you could literally feel the emotion. So training gave my business momentum. And from that day, I said to myself, I will never miss a training. If I have opportunities to come for another boot camp, I mean, several boot camps, I would always do it. And I haven't had the cause to regret since then.
Right. You attended training where one, you had to pay for your visa, you had to pay for your flights as well, and food and other stuff as well, and also for the ticket to attend such a training, and also being away from your home and family, and also leaving a child. That's a very big sacrifice, and I know it cost you a lot of money for you to be able to do that. Just the flights were costing you 3 times more. But right now, we've got boot camp that's coming with almost the same trainers, actually with more trainers than the ones you attended for at Momentum. And it's only $49. What's your message to somebody or a leader or somebody who has not yet bought that ticket for the boot camp for only $49 that's happening this weekend?
So if you're a member or a leader and you've not bought your bootcamp ticket, you are shortchanging yourself. That is gross injustice to yourself. You know, the best gift that you can ever give to yourself is to attend training. The things that you learn and the things that you know is something that nobody would ever take away from you. Till it will go with you to the grave. If you haven't booked your bootcamp ticket, you are shortchanging yourself. If I left a 10-month-old baby to go for training in Cape Town, and I mean, I've been traveling with my kids for training because in the course of my MBA, I mean, I had another baby and I had to travel. I think my daughter was 3 months when I had to hop from one center to another because my MBA program was a global program. So I have been taking my kids on training. But once my son was 10 months, I said, I don't have to go with him on this training. But training for me is very, very important, as well as every aspect. Would you allow a doctor, a medical doctor that is not trained, give you injection or give you prescription? Would you allow an architect that is not trained build your house? There's a reason why every key profession that you have trained personnel. So if you are running this business or you think you would succeed in this business without going for training, especially one that develops yourself, develops your mind, because 80% of our business is in the mind, just 20% is physical. And you don't invest as little as $50, and I spent $500,000. I'd not earned shishi from the business, and I invested that in training. How much more? Just $50. I mean, you're shortchanging yourself. Nobody, the first rule of this business is attend all trainings. I mean, the ones that are affordable. And honestly, I feel really cheated because if we could pay for our tickets, our flights, our visa, and all that, and go for a training, and now this same training, even better, bigger, and much more speakers is being given to everybody at $50. I'm like, oh, you know. So everybody, every team member should book for this training, as well as every training that we have.
Have you got all your money back after the training?
I got proof, boss. I made my money back.
You made your money back. You got the bank alert.
Yes.
No, excellent. So tell me, what has been your biggest challenge so far being part of this organization?
Oh, my challenge. You mean my challenges? Okay, so I mean the biggest of them all would be when I got my account suspended. It's not something, it's not a pleasant experience. Like you log in with your username and your password and it says your World Ventures account has been suspended, please contact support. I mean, that was like the biggest of the biggest challenge I faced. And that was because I was recruited wrongly. So I carried out my recruitment the way I was recruited. If you notice, I said I sent money. I was recruited on the phone, so they asked me to send monies for my platinum. So I sent it. It was after I got registered that they asked for my card details. So unfortunately, every other person that was registering, I did the same. I kept telling them, you can send the money to me. I'll get you registered. And then afterwards, I tried to get their cards. And if looking for their card and all that was too much hassle, I moved on to the next person. I was more after speed. You know, at some point, my card had been used to register a lot of people, and I got my account suspended for suspected fraud. And so that for me was the biggest challenge, because for 2 weeks, I couldn't log into my back office. I couldn't sign up new members. And thank God for the phenomenal leaders that we had, and thank God it was my card. Like I wasn't using somebody else's card or several cards. So once I was able to prove that it was my card and it wasn't anything fraudulent, my account got suspended. And thanks to the intervention of our fantastic leaders, yourself, Coach, I saw all the email you sent to Justin, as well as all the top-notch guys. I saw how you intervened, and the fashion got involved, and my account got unsuspended. So that for me was the biggest challenge of them all.
Okay, brilliant. So here's the deal. You are leading an organization where you've got authority over your subordinates or the people that you work with. And now you're also here leading an organization or a team where you don't have authority over these people, because they're more like volunteers. They can walk away from you, or they can decide, hey, you know what? How are you making this transition, and how are you managing this change where you've got authority over people and where you've got no authority over people, but at the end of the day, you need to produce with all these different groups of people?
Yes, so liking this with my business, I mean, even here, I don't run an authoritative, hands down, other kind of leadership. So I run more of a live by example or a lead by example. I'm more of a communal. Everybody is a stakeholder. So I try to get everybody's buy-in so that I get everybody's input, right? So I'm not an authoritarian. Even if I lead a team of 20 people, I have 20 people in my payroll. And having to work with my team members, I think I apply the same thing. So I try to get everybody to key into the vision. I try to make sure everybody comes on board for training. So we hear the same thing, we see the same thing, we hear the same message, we live with the same fire. And I try to lead by example. So once we're on a training and they advertise for another training, while we're on that training, I book my ticket. So that way I can ask them, have you booked your tickets? And I mean, I make it's a team effort. World Ventures is a team effort. So when you circle, you circle, you circle, you circle, everybody circles and everybody is happy, I circle. Guess what? If I make 50 team members, each have one circle, what does that make me have? That's like 25 circles or 50 circles, depending if I've built one leg and also. For me, it's we win together, we're in this together, and then that's how I lead. So everybody is their own boss, you know, but if we all have the same vision and then we all know what our goals are, we would work tirelessly.
And also, what kept you going, you know, like during this lockdown? You were ranking up during this period of lockdown as well. And how did you guys keep going, you and your team, and producing good results like this? I think you know with quite a number of people who have ranked up in your team. Yes. How did you guys keep on going and keeping the team together?
So first of all, it is, I mean, I owe that to our leaders. That is you, and that is my boss, Ziggy. Because even before the lockdown, our leaders had already instituted a system that made a soft landing for us to be able to move through the tides. So because you had instituted things like the webinar jam, you had instituted things like the Millionaire School, you had instituted a lot of things even before the lockdown. So when the lockdown hit us, we were already on autopilot. I mean, imagine small me at the time, just director. I had my webinar jam, and whenever I see my name on the webinar jam, Lagos Direct, it gave me a sense of purpose and a sense of entitlement. And this was done for all of us, all the leaders in Team Eagles. We had our webinar jam link and we didn't even pay a dime for it. So our team was like, are you serious? From our house, anybody that just click on the link, they'll be able to watch. Everything was like, wow for us. So mean, we didn't even, the corona didn't even affect us because I know, I mean, I became director in the month of the corona. So for us, everything just went, it was just a smooth ride for us to make that transition. And so we didn't lose numbers and all that. We just jumped onto the webinar jam, jumped onto the Zoom presentations. And I remember Bozigi at the time, she said, you know what, let all the leaders take turns to do Zoom presentations. So if I take it at 2, Koye will take it at 5, Uju will take it at 7. And so we were, every day it was like fire, fire, fire. So there was no time for us to become lukewarm. So, I mean, I had team members rank up, I myself ranked up, and even in the pandemic, we were earning. And as we were earning, we had proof to show people to say, oh, look how much I've made while you've been on lockdown. We've all been on lockdown and you've not been going to work. So for me, it's the amazing system that we have and the visionary leaders that we have that put all those things in place. That really helped me and my team members a lot.
And how do you guys get a new member get started in your team?
So fantastic. Once we have a new member sign up either by watching our webinar jam, which by the way, we get emails of people that have logged on so we can do follow-up, or via our Zoom presentation, or via our face-to-face presentation. Once we sign you up, the first thing we ask you to do is, I mean, you download all the necessary, you download the Dream Trips app, you download the Dream Trip Concierge, you download all that, and then we get you to start making up your list. So you start with getting your first 10, 20 people that you are closest to. So would ask you if you were on the bridge in the middle of that's easy. So they start, this, my that. Once they do the list, and we tell them, so let's start sending out the same Zoom. Let's have so for our team, we're on a personal Zoom. Once you have up to 10 people in our Zoom for you, where we can get their questions and all, people watch it, and then we do follow-ups. In that follow-up, being called for a 3-way call. So we also got opportunities to call outside our team, leaders outside our team for the 3-way value. We realized that within the same week.
Vivian, I've lost you a little bit. I don't know if you can still hear me. I've lost you a little bit. Okay, guys, we've just lost Vivian. I'm just hoping she's gonna be able to connect back. Are you back?
Can you hear me? Yes, I'm back.
Okay, no, that's fine. Okay, no, that's fine. At least now
okay,
we can hear
sorry
you.
About that.
So we lost you a little bit on when you were talking about getting a new member started.
Yeah, so getting a new member started, we always make you make your list. Once you make your list, we make you click, send out the webinar jam links or the YouTube video that was done by Ziggy, Coach Henry, whichever one you're comfortable with, or we organize personal Zoom group of 8 to 10 people calls, but they mostly, the new members call, they do like a 3-way call, and then we validate and we close for them. So we realized that a lot of our new members were getting excited once they got their within a week. So they were getting that within a week, and they were getting really excited. They were making money, and I mean, that's how we are booked for the next Millionaire School. So fortunately for us, there were 3 sessions of the Millionaire School. You get up on, you get session ebook. So you get that immediately, you get signed up. Or
Vivian, maybe can I ask you, maybe for the meantime, maybe, I don't know what's happening with your network right now. Maybe if you can turn off your video. I'm not too sure what's happening because your network, it's breaking a little bit right now. Can you hear me, Vivian? All right, I think Vivian, she's trying to sort out her network right now. And once she gets connected as well, we'll just continue. I'll ask her maybe to turn off here.
Okay, okay, I'm back.
You're back. All right.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what's happening on your
my
side.
end.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Now the network is okay. Okay. Cool. Super. Now you can go ahead. Hi, Vivian. Can you still hear me? All right. I think I've lost a little bit again. And so there some of you were asking about the boot camp that's happening this week.
Millionaire School. And while you're yes, so the boot camp that is happening this weekend, again, you know, we have the Super Saturday training, we have the boot camp online training, and also we have our new members booked for all those training as a must. So if you don't book for those trainings, be rest assured that you shouldn't be calling us to ask any questions that, I mean, you should have known if you booked for the training. Part of the strategy that we adopted as our team was we booked prospects for the training, not just already members. So everybody makes up their list of prospects, and while we're booking for the training, your prospects are in the training. So most times after the training, new members have a very soft landing. They have their prospects say, yes, I'm ready now, you can have my details. So that's one of the strategy we use. So when there's a training, we don't just promote training within our team or just for members, we promote training to prospects. So we have outsiders in the training as well.
Okay, brilliant. And how are you guys closing sales right now under this coronavirus? And many people are maybe giving excuses of the lockdown. How do you guys overcome this objection?
Okay, fantastic. So because we're in a society that a lot of people here travel outside the country for business, so we just ask them a simple question. Once the borders are open, you have to travel to buy your spare parts, buy this and that. Would you not travel for your business? They said, yes, they will travel for their business. So we said what? We took advantage of the promo that was launched, the golden ticket promo, because we booked for a couple of new members before the prices started even increasing. Those $99 promo did the trick for us. And the fact that they had extensions to the next 24 months that you can travel. So we told that was a huge selling point for us, for the fact that you can book, join us now at a discounted rate, no longer $200, but $150 for gold and platinum. No longer. We said the promo for the price was happening that day. If you join us now, you would benefit from the cut in the 40% off. So everybody felt like, we don't know when next. If we join tomorrow, we may not be able to join at this rate. And then the next thing was to get them booked for the golden ticket promo. I know Erege at the time was given the responsibility of helping new members book that golden ticket $99 promo, and he booked for a lot of my team members. You know, so, and the fact people were very comfortable with the fact that they have from now to the next 2 years to travel. So we said to them, before you travel, let's make money now, and then we can travel whenever. So that for us, a lot. So we didn't really have so much setback on the pandemic.
Brilliant. And what advice do you have for some of the leaders or some of the team members who are not getting the same success that you are having right now? What word do you have? What advice do you have for them? Some of the people that you are not gaining success as you are getting right now. Some people are not cycling. I know you're cycling, you're making a lot of money. What advice do you have for some of the people who are not winning at the same level that you're winning right now? All right.
On the phase one stage, that will make me circle, I tell myself I have the responsibility of also getting in new members every day. So to bed, know that
Okay, we seem to be losing Vivian. I'm not sure what's happening with her network right now today. She's having a few challenges. So I saw there's a question somebody wants to know about boot camp. The boot camp that's happening this weekend is the USA version of the boot camp. So it's more like the United
Yeah.
boot camp that's happening right now. So you can actually go to your back office if you are not a rep. You can ask somebody else to book you for the ticket for the boot camp that's happening this weekend. I will encourage you to book and get on
I'm
to
back.
the boot camp. All right, let's continue. You can continue, Vivian.
Oh, oh, okay. So I'm really sorry for the network fluctuation. So, like I was saying, my boss, MD Uju, would say to me, if you don't get one new member signed up every day, know that you have a carryover. So if I don't get any new member by Friday, I know I have like a lot of carryover, and I literally get in the car and start driving from place to place. So the idea is keep showing people, no matter how much your team has grown, don't say, now I have this person, I have that person, I have that person, they're working, and then you board because you've depended so much. Something happened and none of them worked. At least your own effort, you still keeps you on the circle. So on the circle board. So keep showing people, keep inviting your primary school mates, your secondary school mate, your university mates, your colleague, former colleague, all the places you've worked. I mean, I show my spy police officers, I show my commandants, I show everybody. I'm in the car. I see the lady that makes my nails on Friday making my nails. Oh, so keep showing, keep showing, keep inviting, keep showing, keep showing. One thing I want everybody to know: people, you are sowing, you are sowing, you are sowing. You may not get the outcome, the harvest immediately, but it is when you have shown a lot of people that you have a lot of lists to do follow up on. And one week, everybody may just call you up and say, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. The guys that I signed up, a group of 12 that I signed up on Thursday last week, just before I became hit of the pandemic. And the guy said to me, he and his friends, he said to me, when the lockdown eases, those guys were in my follow-up list. So I have a list I'm now calling you up on. So these guys just called and said, Madam, we're ready now. And in one day, I signed up 12 people for the work that was done since March ending. It was because I'd already, you keep showing, keep showing, keep showing, showing. You just one period, almost everybody that you've shown will be like calling you up. Oh, and sometimes it may not, you may not get immediate answers. Don't worry, just keep showing. My best, I mean, it was at the point where they were cutting down their salaries and all that. She was even a member, but she wasn't an active member. And it was when they cut down their salary by, I think, 40% or something, she now called me and said, babes, I'm not in Bulu. And I'm like, hey, now you're ready. You know, so life could happen to them, anything could happen to them, and then they can get sick.
Yeah,
With the business and the concept. Thank you very much, sir.
Right, we seem to be losing you a little bit, but guys, if you've got any question that you might want to ask Vivian, just send it on the chat. We'll be able to pick it up for you. You can send me a message, or then at least I'll be able to pick it up for you, because the network is a bit of playing up on her side as well right now. So Vivian, I'm gonna just ask you some of the few things that at least you might have. I know you've faced a lot of adversity in this business, and you keep on going. What is it, that one thing that at least you'd attribute to your success? And also, what is it, that one thing you say, hey, attribute to you, that keeps you going and keeps your spirit so high despite all the challenges that you do face?
So the first thing that kept me going was, first of all, that my leaders had in me. I have never ever met people that have had so much faith in what I can be, when, I mean, beyond what I can even see for myself. It's like when you told me I would walk the stage 2 times. I mean, when you have leaders that set the bar so high, other leaders would have said, oh, fantastic, you walk the stage. And my leader is telling me I will not just walk the stage once, twice. And I'm like, wow, so huge a feat. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to get this done. I won't let this guy down. You know, so for me, first, it was my leaders. My leaders became my why. My leaders became a huge part of my why. The second of all was the vision, what I have, what I envision for myself, what I want to gain from this business. It's not a get rich quick scheme, right? And I knew that from the very get-go. I knew that it is something that I need to put in the work, and I knew that adversities will come. I mean, first, one of the things I learned from Sachin was how he turned his adversities into opportunities. So I knew adversities will come. And truly, when they came in, and I'm like, oh, they're just testing me. And Ziggy would tell me, Vivian, you need to have a story. If these adversities don't come and you rank up and you become IMD, and they say, tell your story, what would you have to say? You know, so for me, it was my why. My why was huge. I mean, I want to leave a legacy for my kids, one that I will be remembered for long after I'm gone. I want to touch a lot of lives. I want to see people. I want to enrich people. I want to empower people. I want to see people make great meaning of the, I wait for that day that I would have an IMD in my team. And I know that I would literally just break down and cry. So for me, my why kept me going. My why was bigger than my adversity, which meant that, I mean, all through the 6 months of my joining the business, I didn't earn a dime until a day after I became, a day before I became a marketing director was the first time I touched my World Ventures money. And I'm talking well over $6,000. So what's your why? Is it in the immediate monies that you can gain? I'm looking at IMD, any $1,000 in a month, and I will now give up on a business because in 6 months I didn't get $6,000. It wasn't worth it. I kept looking at the big picture. I kept saying, you know what, my leader said this money will come. I trust them. I believe them. And I believe the system. It will work out. You know, so for me, my leaders were my why, my kids are my why, leaving a good legacy, touching lives. I just got out of a team hangout with my leaders where, you know, we were talking about the way forward, how to celebrate my rank up, how we would also be celebrating their rank up, and everybody's why have changed. So our whys initially of joining the business was to travel in style, but that's part of the things training gives to you. Makes you think deeper. So for me, I stayed in and I hung in there because I didn't want to let my leaders down. Number two, I didn't want to let myself down, my vision down. I believe that I'm a work in progress. I'm going to get there, you know, so my why was what kept me going.
And what do you have to say to somebody who has just shown few people and she's got so many rejections and they're saying, hey, I want to quit or I want to leave the organization? What do you say to also to people who treat this as a quick reach program? What's your message and your advice to all the new members that are joining us right now?
Yeah. So to all the new members that are joining us now, this is not a quick get rich quick scheme. No, this is a long-term business. And if you listen to Mr. Eric Get Paid, he says to you in the initial stage, you work, then you get paid. Then you work, you get paid. Then you work, then you get to a stage where you just work and then you get paid. And that's the stage where we all want to get to, where we build enough residual income, we put in a little bit of work, and then we get in massive effort. But in the beginning, you put in a lot of effort and you get in just little results. And then the table starts changing. The table starts turning, right? So this is not a get rich quick scheme. This is a long-term business. You need to have a vision and you need to plan it. If you are starting off a new business, would you break even in month one? No. Let's bring it down to our personal business. If you start a new business, you don't break even in month one or month two, month three. You need to put in the work, build your team, right? And with time, I mean, you would start reaping the fruit of your labor. So you need to sow. You need to sow. And then when harvest come, my brother, when harvest come, just know that it will be worth it. Know that it.
I can still feel you when you got your first payment. I mean, just the excitement of it. I know it's not because it's a lot of money or it's not a lot of money, but you getting that money that at least you've put in all the effort in. It's more like sounded like your first payment check that you have ever received before. So
it meant a lot to me, boss man. It meant a lot to me. My first payment from World Ventures was almost 1.3 million. And my bankers had to call to ask me at setting my dollar card, and they need the money. They're going to be paying the money in Naira. Where do I want it? My Naira or my dollar accounts? Say me, Vivian. This office, I used to come here 9 a.m. I worked till 11 p.m. Boss man, do we put in that kind of effort in World Ventures? A plan B business, my first payment is 1.2 something million. And I'm not there yet, oh, I'm just starting. Boss, million.
I can feel the excitement. Right. So Vivian, when I also look at it to say what you have gone through and what's your advice, and also to some of the people who do not follow maybe who do not follow their leaders, or who are not coachable, or who are not teachable, or who are not following the system. What do you do with such people, and how do you handle them? I don't think everyone follows everybody what they're being told by their leaders. What's your advice to such people?
So my advice to you would be, your leaders, the reason they are called your leaders is, I mean, it's not far-fetched from the name leaders. They are experienced. A lot of them, the advice that they give to you is from the mistakes they have made, and they don't want you to make those same mistakes. I remember my upline saying to me that she used to have all her team when she used to recruit. She didn't know about balancing her legs, and she had them all in one leg. So when she was talking to me about ensuring that my legs are balanced and all, I said to her, what's she saying? But whatever your leaders advise you to do is for your own good and for you to make it far in this business and in life generally. You need to be coachable. You need to be teachable. And when your leader says turn right, you need to turn right. Don't look at your leader and say, why? Why should I turn right? Know that every advice that they give to you, it is for your own good. You need to be teachable. You need to be coachable. You need to always remain on student mode. And that's why one of our leaders, in fact, our number one leader, quadruple IMD Sachin, calls himself the millionaire student. I mean, I couldn't understand that. How can this guy be a quadruple IMD and still be calling himself a student? Because he said he always remains. So you need to always remain teachable and coachable. When your leader says turn left. Please turn left. After you turn left, if he sees that you've done that, he would definitely tell you why he has told you to turn left. And it is then that you'll be like, oh, 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 oh. So it is very, very important in this business to be teachable and to be coachable.
No, excellent. I've got some few questions here as well for you. Someone just wants to know, what is Vivian's day like? I mean, you being a career woman and also building World Ventures. What is Vivian, marketing director Vivian's day like?
Okay. So 9 a.m. I'm here. If it's a Monday, I'm having a board meeting with my guys. There are like 20 of us that I lead. And we have two companies here. So there's Experiential and there's DigiCreate, and I lead both. So by 1 to 2, I have my lunch break. So once it's 1 to 2, it's either I'm dashing out to see somebody around to quickly share the concept. So my office is very close to Alausa, so most times I'm always going to Alausa, or I am telling somebody about it quickly. And if I don't have the opportunity to do that, then it means on my way home, while my driver is driving, I'm showing somebody the concept. Remember, my upline, my MD, Uju, my boss lady, gave me a target of 1 person minimum per day. So I've stuck to that for like, 6 months now. So if I don't show the concept during my lunch break, I show the concept during my drive home, right? Or once I get home, I'm done with my kids and all, I pick 1 hour to just show the concept. And if I have a crazy busy week and I don't show the concept at all, I start preparing my husband's mind from Thursday, Friday to tell him that Saturday, you have to give me that Saturday, or we're not going to be able to go out or watch movies. And on Saturday will be my World Ventures day. So I now book itinerary for Saturday. So from this time to this time, I'm going here. From that time to that time, maybe there's a home presentation. From that time to that time. So I know all through that Saturday, my punishment for not showing during the week would be that my entire Saturday would be for World Ventures. And then my Sunday, I rest. I'm chilling with my husband. We're going out. We're taking pepper soup and all that. So every day I squeeze in 1 hour lunch break or 1 to 2 hours after close of work to show the concept or do 3-way validation calls and all that. Or Saturday, my entire Saturday or my entire Sunday, and in cases where I have a lot of backlog, my Saturday and Sunday. So that's my typical day. That's what it looks like. And of course, when I get home, so I can't do anything till my kids go to bed. So like I said, I'm a mom of 3 and my oldest child is just 6. So I have a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 1 year and 4 months old baby. So once I get home, I'm with them, I'm looking through their books, and seeing them, I'm like, yippee, I'm free. No.
Okay, we lost you a little bit here. And so we lost you a little bit. Some of the last things that you said, we missed you on that one. And so my last question for you, I hope you can hear me now, Vivian. My last question for you is someone just wants to know what's your main strategy of winning? Is it webinar jam? Are you guys doing travel parties, one-on-ones? What tools are you using with your team to win big? Hi, Vivian.
Oopsie. Okay. So so our tools differed. When the lockdown was really, really heavy, we were using Webinar Jam and the YouTube presentation. So once the lockdown now eased and we were able to come out, but there was just curfew, so we had a lot of presentations. people couldn't be more than 10 in a room, and then we have mask. So we were doing that a lot of the week. So.
Right. I think, okay, so Vivian, I don't know if you can just maybe make this your final words, your final parting words to the members on this call. I hope you'll be able to quickly share this one because we've lost you a little bit, and I hope you'll be able to make your final words to the members who are on this call. Are you able to hear me right now? Are you back on the call? Okay. Right. I think we've lost Vivian again. And so I'm just going to quickly, I hope she manages to connect and maybe say her final words to us as well. But I just want to thank you guys for being on the call. And I hope at least you have learned. Vivian, I see you're back now on the call. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. Let's see if we can.
I can hear you, boss.
Okay, brilliant. So I was just asking you if you want to say your final words to the team right now.
Okay, so we have got the deal, and the time is now. And we've got amazing, amazing, phenomenal leaders that would walk us all the way to the top, that would be with us not only because we're doing great and we're circling and we're making all the money and we're helping them circle, but also at the times of our adversities. Right? Know that we have phenomenal leaders. Know that this is not a get rich quick scheme. Go back to the drawing board and ask yourself why you joined this business. If your why is not huge enough, if it doesn't make you cry, if it doesn't motivate you out of any situation, then you haven't gotten it right. Ask yourself, what is your why? Make sure your vision is big, is so big that it will get you through any kind of adversity. Put in the work and ensure that every day you take a step. Maybe you don't move so fast sometimes, maybe, at your own pace, right? But ensure that every single day you are taking a step forward and closer to your goal, right? Don't miss out on any training. The greatest gift you can give to yourself is to build your mind, invest in yourself. Everything you know, you will go with to the grave. Every other thing, they can take it away from you. This company can be taken away from me. The money in my bank can be frozen. But the things that I have learned would always be in my head. Go for training. Book your training right now. If you have to borrow money to go for training, you gift yourself that. You deserve that. Don't miss out on any training, right? Don't stop working. Don't stop believing in yourself. Make sure your vision is big, is so, so big. We've got the deal, guys, and the time is now. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless you, my leaders. Thank you, Henry. I feel like a superstar talking to everybody now. I won't even have dinner. Thank you.
That's wonderful. You are a superstar, Vivian. I think you have impacted so many people hearing your story that at least you kept on working even despite all the adversity that you went through. You left a 6-month-old baby to go to training. You had to pay training at a very high cost, double, triple, whatever amount. Nothing was stopping you on the way. But I think now where you have been, now you've built a massive team. And one thing I can see is that considering what you've gone through already right now, I do not see anything that can stop or come in your way that is going to stop you. It's more like now you can just bulldoze through any challenges that comes your way. And I see any challenge that comes your way, it's no longer a challenge. It's just a walk in the park for you. But I don't think you can ever have the same challenges that are bigger than what you've actually gone through right now. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time and being on this call as well. All I wish you is well the best, and I can't wait to see you now walking the stage, not twice, but we need to make it 3 or 4 times now. That's the next thing. Since you're supposed to walk it in this boot camp, so now you're gonna have to walk 3 times when you have our next live event. So we expect you to walk the stage now 3 times. We will celebrate everything from director to marketing director, regional marketing director, international marketing director, 100K ring in now. We just have to bunch it happening all this coming period. Thank you so much for your time, and God bless you. And thank you so much, guys, for being on the call. God bless you guys. Have all a great evening. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate your time.
Thanks.
You can't soar like an eagle when you surround yourself with turkeys. Isn't that the truth? But in order to soar like an eagle, you also must release yourself from anything that is weighing you down. You can't soar like an eagle if you're unhealthy. I don't see any obese eagles dominating the sky. Your health is probably the most important part of your life. Certainly one of the most important factors in living a great life. See, having energy for life starts in your physical body. It's much easier to get your mind right when your body is right. Build a strong body and your mind will follow. You can't soar like an eagle with the mindset of a turkey. If you don't believe you can fly, you will never fly. If you don't believe you are capable of soaring to the top of your own mountain peak in life, you will never try and therefore never succeed. If your mind is full of negativity, you will never see the positive. If your mind is full of limitations, it is closed off to opportunities and possibilities that might be right in front of your face. So in order for you to soar like that eagle, you need to get your blinkers on. You must focus. The eagle can focus and lock in on its prey from miles away. You must focus on your goal and lock it in from wherever you are. Eliminate the idea of defeat. Lock in your goal. Determine what it's going to take to get there and take off. Just go. Go get that goal. Don't stop until you have it in your grasp. Next, you must fill your mind and body with only things that will take you closer to your goals. If you're surrounded by turkeys, it's time to limit that interaction and get around the dream chasers, those that want to soar, those that want to lead, those that are prepared to face the storm and thrive despite the storm. If you have weights tied to your legs, if you have things that are weighing you down in life and preventing you from taking off, it's now time to release those shackles. Set yourself free so you can fly. It might not be easy to get those shackles off. It might be painful. It might leave a scar, but you must do what is best for you. You cannot be imprisoned for your entire life. You were born to fly, to dominate, to make your own decisions, to walk your own path, to do it on your watch.
You were born to be in control of your life. You were born to